Okay, I'm here. Yeah, I like this game a lot, Toshida. It doesn't have a very good reputation, I think, because the later Rockman games are a little different. But personally, I think this sounds silly to say, but I feel the game is a touch underrated. There is a point to be made that, yeah, it's awesome in its historical context, but historical context is not playable. You know what I mean? So that doesn't change the fact that if you're not having fun with it, you're not having fun with it. Oh, you haven't been able to hear the music on this screen. There's been music going this whole time. Would you like to hear it? Here, hang on. There. You could have been listening to this the whole time. Anyway, I'm going to turn the music off now. Hey, Digi, thanks for the raid. Yeah. If you play any other game from 1987 and compare it to this game, it's like, wow. Honestly. All right. Hey there, Bill. What were you up to, Digi? I don't think I saw. I was busy making like the world's nastiest sub. It tasted fine. But man. Oh, Toy Story SNES. I did know that, actually. I did know that. I like this game a lot. I played this game a lot. I'm not expecting it to put up much of a fight. Toy Story is fucked up. Did you beat it? Did you bother? All right, this might be super loud. Mega Man usually is. Tell me? I can... Hey, thank you, Fire Mountain. I can describe the sub. You got to Roller Bob level like twice, okay. Frickin' who did that? Fire Mountain, thank you. I knew someone subscribed. Okay, let me describe the sub before we start. So, it's bun, like a hoagie bun, you know. A very small amount of Black Forest ham, which I hate ham. I really do. But there's a food YouTuber I watch who makes this sub, and I was like, you know what? He knows a lot more about food than I do. I'm gonna try his method, you know. So, ham, salami and pepperoni, and provolone. Then it's got lettuce that I tossed in a dressing that was like 2 parts olive oil, 1 part red wine vinegar, oregano, red pepper flakes, salt, and a ton of pepper because I like pepper a lot. And I put chips on the sub itself. So you do that and then you wrap it in wax paper and you cut it down the middle. The wrapping is actually helpful. This is not something I would have considered if I hadn't seen a food YouTuber talk about it, but it applies even pressure across the entire sub, right? And it makes it taste like a sub instead of like a bunch of ingredients on bread, basically. So that's what I had. Gutsman. Like kettle cooked sea salt chips. It's just store brand. I get like generic like store brand for almost every ingredient that I use, with some exceptions. It was good. It was just a little too much of that dressing. Didn't Castlevania come out in '86, I want to say, in Japan? Yeah, Castlevania 1, I'm not talking about Simon's Quest. Yeah. May 87th for the US, I see. 87th, yes, that's definitely what that means. The 87th of May, that famous 100-year month that we all experience every year. Yeah, 86 was a big, big year. But I feel like if you compare Mega Man 1 to the other, like, 1987 platformers, it's, like, absurdly better. The controls are a little unique, I suppose. Yeah, it was the first Mega Man game we had, so we got a Nintendo, because I'm, like, a little young to be the NES generation. Like, I am, for sure. But, you know, some kids were, like, in high school when the NES came out. Some kids were, like, in pull-ups when the NES came out. So, I was somewhere in there. And, fuck me. There we go. The game we got with it, of course, was Mario. It came with, you know, Mario and, like, Doc Hunt. World-class track meet, something like that. Did they? I really don't know. So, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I do feel like this is the hardest one, maybe. It kind of depends. So the thing, 3, if you don't use E-tanks, is really hard. But that's a challenge run, right? If you're comparing, like, runs of the games where you use all of the resources available to you, I think this is the hardest, yeah. So, then I'm pretty sure the second game we got was Rad Racer. Because that game was, like, pretty common in, like, department stores and stuff. Have fun explaining why you were Googling that. He's getting me. I wish. Release date. Cutman. So anyway, I want to say the third game we got was Mega Man 1. I think the reasoning was just, oh, this looks kind of like Mario. This is another game where you, like, move a guy around the screen. It's possible that we were a little disappointed in Rad Racer. Like, I remember liking it, but not spending very much time on it compared to, compared to the freaking, to Mario. So I kind of wonder if what happened was, like, our parents got us Rad Racer and we immediately went back to Mario and they went, man, fuck. Yeah, that was part of it. It was pretty damn hard. Like, at first you're having fun, and then it's like, man, I keep seeing just the first level over and over and over again. After a while, it's like... I'm gonna play Mario, because at least I can, like, warp to different worlds. In that. Sorry, Shaxpert. Yeah, yeah. That game we all know and love. How's it going, Plage? I kind of wonder if because my brother knew more about video games than I did, too, because he was older than me. He still is older than me. That never changed. So I do wonder if maybe he had something to do with it. Like, maybe we saw Mega Man at the store and he knew that was supposed to be a good game or something. Thank you, Shaxpert. Where was I going with this? I really don't remember. Oh, yeah. So this was one of the very first video games I ever played. Mega Man, like, 3 was out by then, but I didn't know that. I think. Whew. I did eventually... I don't remember the first time I played Mega Man 2. Do I think I'll get a million points? I doubt it. But I did play it a lot when I was a kid because my like best friend in elementary school had it. But it may have been when my brother had this birthday party. It was like, all right, here's the plan. Come over. If possible, bring a small TV and bring a video game system, any video game system. So, and he invited, you know, like 10, 15 kids, something like that. So we had just a ton of kids. And like enough NESs and TVs and stuff plugged in our basement that I think we may have tripped a breaker or something. I definitely played Mega Man 2 then, but I think I'd already played it before that point. Okay, whatever. The thing I remember is somebody used hey Icarus, thanks for the raid, how's it going? I'm playing this. We finally got to a real video game on Platformageddon instead of like Tomy Pocketod, like licensed garbage. What were you doing? Okay, it is just an even rhythm for these. Baroque. Oh, I've heard tell of the Saturn Baroque. I'm like kind of interested in it, but so anyway, someone used a password to go straight to Wily at that birthday party. So I feel like I remember like that was the first time I saw Wily 1 and heard the song. That's true. I'm kind of fighting Olive Oil Man inside my controller, which is nuts because I washed my hands literally 3 times before handling the controller, and I can still feel it, which, boy, if you thought the 8-bit do sucked before, you know. Whoa. I said that and then I immediately got a shot in the wrong direction, which probably was me and wasn't the 8-bit do, but it's a funny idea. How do you do this? It's like you go like... Bucket. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I think we should try that. Vox. Do I want help with that? Nah. I've done it before. I think you were the one who told me how to do it, even. Because I was, like, trying it out in chat, and I was like, does anyone know how to do this? But anyway, I don't think this is super common. Hey, thanks, Anonymous Gifter. I don't think this is super common for American kids, but this was the first Rockman game I played. It wasn't 2 or 3. Oh, the lower right ladder. Well, that'll do it. What's the input to get into the zip state? Is it down and B for 1 frame? Oh, hang on. I don't want to fight this guy. Oof, okay. We're good. You forget? Yeah, sure. I mean, so do I. Yeah, this game was not in arcades. It's just from an era where you would assume that people want a scoring system. That hurt. I briefly turned into a 90-year-old man when I got hit there. Yeah, I've seen it in the wild a few times. It's rare, though. Oh, no. No problem. That was really close. Pink Panther scream, yeah, good. Alright, Skyworks on Iceman. You got it back, Noman. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Antoine, and then I decided not to. Oh my god, dude. You wouldn't think it would be that difficult to press the jump button, but I find a way. Yeah, this stage is awesome. Is this the fourth Rockman game to appear on Platformageddon? It is, right? Because we did Mega Man 4. We did Rockman and Forte. And we did Mega Man 6 and now this. And I think X has also been done. I'm not complaining. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I'm glad we got to this before we got to Milo and Otis. Which is a game that exists that I don't really want to play, but it's on the list, so it's gonna happen. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was like last week. Oh dear. I don't want to get shot. I don't think I have a choice. Oh my god. This has nothing to do with anything, but you know what I started watching? Furuhata Ninzaburo. It's a, like, Japanese detective show. I love it. I haven't played Rockman myself. Yeah, there is like a literal like Japanese Columbo, but the character of Furuhata is based on Columbo. Like that is a confirmed thing. You can kind of see it in his body language and stuff. He does a lot of like holding his fingers to his temples while he thinks. Yeah, everyone who's played DDR, everyone who played DDR 20 years ago knows the theme. Is it really? What is D4 DJ? Hey Faye Alexandria, how are you? Now I'm down here. I will hydrate and I will stretch. Thank you. Where Dot? No one tell her. It's gonna be a great surprise. Check this out. Check this out. Boo! Gotcha! Yeah, it's like the magnet beam is not stable ground, so the game keeps applying gravity to you as though you weren't standing on a platform at all. So once you step off the magnet beam, you drop super fast. But the game is called Rockman in Japan, so it does make sense that he would drop like a rock. Know what I mean? I don't think I can stand on that one. Yeah, I can. Don't worry about that one. Wagoosh. I did that jump so early, I thought I was dead. By the way, I recently played Rockman 2. I really like Mega Man 2 a lot. So I don't ever want to speedrun it, not regularly, because it would kill the game for me. Oh my gosh, 8-Bit Do almost killed me there, dude. Anyway. But I did a stream where it was like, what does it remind you of? Where it was like, I'm gonna play Rockman 2 until I beat the game using speedrun strats, and then I'm never gonna speedrun it again. And so I did. I don't know how that first one hit me. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Rockman minus infinity, believe it or not, never. It doesn't work on my flash cart. I have an EverDrive N8. You need an N8 Pro for that game to run. Bombman. I always die on this stage. I mean, I could play it on the Mister, I guess. Yeah, the ROM is gigantic is why. I've been wondering if I would like an EverDrive N8 Pro, but it seems like its features are basically, it's like the N8, and it can run like really silly ROMs that the N8 can't run. Apparently the interface is also a lot snappier, which, you know, doesn't really matter that much to me, I guess. What link? Links are blocked on this in this chat because there was a bunch of phishing going around. I am the dot that link. Please? Please? Yeah, I think the thing that makes that confusing is mods and VIPs can still link, but general users cannot. I was mortified because when I was playing Rockman 2, one of the best Rockman 2 players in the world showed up in my chat to help me out with the strats. I was like, oh, thank you. And tried to post a link, but it didn't work because links don't work in my chat. And people started posting the 3 stars thing. It's like, guys, don't make fun of the the person who's like gracing me with their like 26-minute, 14-second presence or whatever this person's time is. I was like, please don't. Thank you, Chris. How are you? Can you freeze these guys? Yes. Or any other game. You know, one thing is, I do believe the N8 Pro supports more save states. So if you were learning a speedrun or like a score attack game or something, like one save state per ROM does kind of suck. But I'm not gonna do that, probably. Chris, I'm good. I just made one of the nastiest, not quality-wise, just like cleanliness-wise subs I've ever eaten in my life. We'll find Dr. Wowie. I can do that, but I can't prove it to you because, like, VTube Studio doesn't really accurately track my... Let's test this theory. I think you can't tell I'm doing it. Hang on. I'm Dr. Wiley. See me wiggle my eyebrows? It doesn't really work. I wish it did. What were we doing? Oh, yeah. This part's annoying, because if they give you the short hop, you have to freeze them at the apex of their jump. It has to be completely perfect. No. There we go. What? I don't know anything about the Ruby Spears cartoon. The only episode I've seen is Curse of the Lion Men, which I thought was an amazing cartoon. Because it is horrible. Have I watched the OVA? Yes! The OVA that was like it's like an educational program designed to teach kids about Japan, right? Or is it designed to teach kids about America? I forget which one. It's Japan, right? So like they actually call him Mega Man, even in the Japanese version. Like I think the first episode they call him Rockman. And then from that point on, you hear these Japanese voice actors call him Mega Man. It's so weird. Yeah, it doesn't sound right. What? Hit me up later, Antoine. It is. That was cool. I was like dancing. I've seen you two in chats before. I'm like, whoa. Wait, which one am I talking to? Whey! Hey Ricky, thanks for the raid. I'm fighting a big potato made of smaller potatoes. How are you? When I was a kid, when I was in elementary school, I was like complaining that I couldn't beat this game because I couldn't get past this boss. I called it One Eye, which might be a name from the manual or it might be from Nintendo Power. And some kid who was like a pathological liar was like, oh, I know how you do that. Do you have the magnet beam? I was like, yeah. Okay, here's what you do. Get out the magnet beam and shoot him in the belt. And he dies in one hit. And I was like, great, thank you. I am shocked I missed. So then I got to it and it's like, wait, he's not wearing a belt. Freaking jerk. You lied to me. What was going on the Ricky stream? Yeah, that's a good kid lie. What, I feel like I've, like, heard it suggested that, I thank you for the follow. I can't finish this thought. I swear I heard it suggested once that, like, it's so common for kids to go through phases of just lying through their teeth because they're, like, learning how to use their imaginations at all. And that kid was 8-bit do, yes. Like, it's a common, like, developmental step. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I don't want that health. There's a pretty frequent glitch in this game, and I think it's more common in Rockman as opposed to Mega Man, where if you are walking when you run into a life or weapon refill, sometimes you will take like 2 or 3 full steps afterwards, even though you're not pressing anything on the D-pad. So picking up small weapon and life refills right next to pits, like I'm always a little scared to do it. Whoops. I'm pretty low on Thunder Beam. Oh yeah, I bet they totally are, and they probably have a lot of them are probably about Five Nights at Freddy's, and a lot of them are probably similar to Built by Gamers videos. Like, I bet kids make up so many rumors about, like, the back rooms and stuff these days. And, like, there's a Silver Freddy and stuff like that. I would not be shocked. You know, I've seen it before too, Pascal. Yeah, Undertale. I think that kids are playing a lot of games these days that are, like, designed to foster the creation of, like, playground rumors. Yeah, kids came up with the 3 aquarium tasks for sure. You get 2 kinds of copy Rockman fights. That one, and the ones where he almost kills you. Yeah, Skibbity toilet theory crafting on the playground. Yeah. Oh, she had a friend who knew all the games? Yeah. At first I was like, oh, that's cool. And it's like, oh, I get what you're getting at. Yeah, that kid was totally lying. That's cool, Dan. Almost. Nobody else your age has seen East games. Ow. Oh. The more you think about it, the funnier it gets. Yeah, so I think it's definitely a misnomer when you're talking about the way children make up little fibs and like probably start to believe them. Like pathological liar is not the term you use for that. You know, they don't always spawn from the middle like that, I thought. I thought they spawned from wherever. Yeah, see? Yeah, I love that. There's no fanfare. Just the very frame that the boss dies. All right, it's over. Destroy All Humans is a really powerful game. Here's why. It got me to sign up for YouTube Premium. Have I told this story before? I think I have. So, I think you can destroy both of these and it's fine. I will go through phases where I simply cannot tolerate silence. Like, it stresses me out. So, I got a speaker for my shower. And now you know. I got a speaker for my shower. Like a Bluetooth speaker. And I would put on YouTube... Please, I went far enough. You're wrong, game. I'm right. I would put on a YouTube playlist, and then, like, I'd be in the shower listening to, you know, like, LGR or something. Like, getting shampoo in my eyes to Clint, you know, unboxing, like, new old stock monitors and stuff. Anyway, so the problem with this is that YouTube plays ads, and you can't ad block them on a Chromecast, which is what I was using. And there was this ad for Destroy All Humans. There's like a remake of it or something. Hey, thank you for the follow. That's, it's such a long ad. It's like 2.5 minutes. And I was so annoyed by this that I was like, I want to never hear ads again on YouTube. So I got YouTube Premium. Well, the skip ad button when the TV is like 2 rooms away and you're in the shower? Yeah, not so much. That was weird. Who's up first? It's Bomb Man, isn't it? Doesn't it go bomb, then fire, then ice, then guts? Yeah. Sure. Anyway, I hated that ad. It made me so annoyed. There was that, and then it's really common to buy ad space or ad time. I think it's Iceman first, but Fireman is much more dangerous, yeah. In my mind, he's like the only reason the deathless runs of this are hard. So it's kind of common to buy ad time on YouTube for an entire album. So I put on a playlist of, I really specifically wanted to listen to late 90s alternative rock. And I got 2 songs in, and it played like some guy's like 7-minute like rap song. It's like, dude, I wanted to listen to New Radicals. Like, that was the other thing. Those two circumstances conspired to sell me on YouTube Premium. Yes, they weren't giving me what I wanted. They were giving me what I got. Look, I don't know what the hell I was saying, dude. We don't have to think about it. Oh, that's gonna hit me? No, we're good. Oh, something hit me. I think I ran into the machine. Oh well. One death is fine. Yeah, I think the pie hole works okay, but like, look. I mean, yeah, he had the music in him, you're right. I'm sure it's like fine, it's just like, dude, I don't... like, this is the worst possible way I can experience your music for the first time. When I'm specifically trying to listen to a different... a different genre. So... oh, are we gonna get the vaunted, the rare 2-death Mega Man 1? No. No, because I'm too sick. And Wily is a chump. Yeah, and if it's the same kind of music, whatever, right? Who cares, but... oh, okay. Yeah, so Pie-hole can't even do it. We did it. Oh, did I actually get 1,000,000 points? Yeah, Juicy Frost, I've had ads on my mind recently. Do you guys know... I'm apologies if this guy like is a jerk or something. I genuinely have no idea. I don't pay attention. But there's a YouTuber who's like an angry guy with a headset. Louis Rossman, and he does all these videos that are like about right to repair. I've seen his thumbnails in my recommendations for years on end and never clicked. And I kind of assumed by looking at him that he would have like a deep voice, you know? Like, hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Louis Rossman here. I'm going to teach you how to repair your iMac. He doesn't sound like that at all. This is a really pointless story. I'm sorry. Well, it's not Louis Rossman's voice, I can tell you that. His actual voice is much more similar to like mine, but he has sort of like a East Coast accent. Hey, I beat Mega Man, by the way. I completely forgot the purpose of this stream. I'm just here running my mouth. All right, guys. We have to review Mega Man 1. This is a game that some people don't like, and I respect that. And I love that for them. But hey, thank you, Kenster. Oh my god, did you pin that? You play the other 5 more. You'll see. You'll see. That is the lady from Conquest of the Crystal Palace. Yes, the shop girl. I love her a lot. I'd actually had that as my, like, sub notification. Yeah, I know it's on by default. I just never thought to turn it off. I've had it as that as my sub notification for years before I ever played Conquest of the Crystal Palace, which is... First of all, let's start the frickin' raffle. So... No, you guys, you have to, now you hit the raffle command, okay? It didn't count if you did it before I typed raffle start. Anyway, so I can show you exactly what I thought of Conquest of the Crystal Palace immediately after playing it. Because before we run this raffle, I have to review the game that we just played, which was game 97, Mega Man 1, suggested by VTN Wesley. So thank you. Did you win literally the first one? I know Chubo was one of the very first. All right. Yeah, Well Howdy Partner was the first one, then Chubo, then No Stunts. Car. I think this is a capital O, and I think it's actually supposed to be a 0. Forgive me, I got it wrong. Yeah, you were the 13th raffle. Well, I didn't enter a raffle. Yeah, I started with Metal Storm. I wanted the first game to be good, so I was like, I'll just pick it myself. By the way, the last game is Holy Diver for the Famicom. I don't think it'll work. Oh, well, I hope I don't win. I'll just re-roll it if I win. Yeah, Polly. I took a long break from it. If I'm not mistaken, I took 2 pretty significant breaks. So one was before Transformers, Convoy no Nazo. You know that game? Which was this year, wasn't it? Or was it last year? Is this one's Sub-Zero? Hey, thanks for the follow. I don't remember when it was. Oh, it was game 50. Yeah, of course I remember. Yeah, there we go. So, like, I did this almost exactly a year ago today. And then there was like a 2-month break in there. And there have been other, like, kind of protracted breaks from it. But I'm with you. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, Platformageddon. That's that new thing I just started. And it's like, no, it goes back to, like, September 2021. Time flies. Dude, I loved Sub-Zero. Anyway, what the hell were we talking about? Oh, right. Conquest of the... You guys, you got to keep me on task. All right. This isn't fair. All right. That was game 38. That was a long time ago. So yeah, I'd had this game like in my notifs and stuff for years before I ever played it. And as you see, it scored really high. Maybe too high, but that's just how I am. No, I don't dread Holy Diver. Holy Diver is supposed to be the hardest of those kinds of all right, let's not talk about other people's politics. Not that that's not good to know. What the hell am I talking about? Oh yeah. Holy Diver is supposed to be the hardest action platformer on the Famicom. So it feels like an appropriate finale. I will say, I kind of doubt it's actually going to be as hard as some of these games have already been. Damn, Kazwisher, you've been here a while then. The jumps are sometimes funky. Yeah, you know why, right? It drops inputs at random. So if you jump like the same frame that it plays a drum sample, sometimes, yeah, it's okay. Just let's not linger on that topic, that's all. So, difficulty. This is difficult for me to appraise. I have to rate this based on how difficult it is for me to play now, and that's a 1. There's only 2 ways I ever die in this game. One is if Fireman hits me a bunch, which is an actual mistake. It's not randomness. And the other is there's this one spot where I sometimes get hit into spikes. That's it. The game is hard for people who are not me. But I have to rate it the way that I experience it, and that's a 1 out of 10. Graphics. What version of Sorcerian is this? The Sharp X1, I believe. Give me just a moment. Yeah, the Sharp X1 Turbo. PSG plus OPM. I don't really know what that means. But I assume it's like some FM synth and some like PSG, the extra frills. Ha, I know a thing or two about frills, you know. You get it? Frills. Anyway, what the fuck were we doing? Reviewing Mega Man 1? Don't blow me up over this. But Rad, I'm reviewing the game. I'm reviewing the game. Don't do that to me. The opposite of blowing up, yeah. You might think I'm out of my mind, but I've played a lot of early NES and Famicom games. And if you compare this to other games that were released around the time that this came out, it is like head and shoulders above them on this department. Did I really? That's funny. Like, it's not the best looking Mega Man game, that's for sure. Even 2 looks way better than this, but like, for me personally, I still think this game looks incredible. Well, you review it then. I'm reviewing it. Let's think about sound. So, there. There. We did it. We reviewed it. I just have to write the review. 4? Yeah, I mean, I was a got going for it. Iceman. Okay, okay, you backseat reviewers. What am I supposed to put here, huh? What am I supposed to put here? Rob Mets suck. Roll doesn't look that good in this game. Cutness. That's different. No, I give almost everything 0s. Okay. 4 is really high. Oh, great. Another Mega Man game. 1. I beat it already. Mega Man 1 has gone down in history as one of the worst ones. Worst installments, let's say. Hey, Nemu, how are you? And not without reason. This is the rare series that managed to start out strong and improve substantially with future installments. Specifically in my eyes, Rockman 2 and Rockman X. I hear a lot of people who didn't grow up with this game, which I did, which I did. Yeah, it's like a two cake situation. Here's the thing. I really don't like 6. But we'll get into that. First, I got to review this game. Stop fucking distracting me, all right? Who didn't grow up with this game. They not only, hang on. I hate how this sentence is coming together. I watched a lot of people who didn't grow up with this game play it in a marathon session along with all of the sequels, and very frequently they won't simply name it as their least favorite. They'll say it's something like every Mega Man is good except for the first one. I think there are two things going on here. Whoops. And the Skulljagger review. I did indeed go through the Conquest of the Crystal Palace review scores. You actually missed it. But I understand why you think I just got distracted, because I did get distracted multiple times in the process. So, Mega Man 2 is sort of the series LTTP or Link's Awakening, if you prefer. This is my take on Zelda. Link's Awakening did much more to set the formula of the series in stone than Link to the Past did. That's what I think. Anyway, Ocarina is just a 3D Link's Awakening with a lot of its own ideas. I don't mean to be too reductive. I'm just saying. In that it established a rigid formula which nearly every sequel would follow. When you sit down to play, when you feel like playing a Mega Man game, that could mean you are very specifically in the mood for a game cut from the cloth of 2, which sets 1 up for failure because it's pretty significantly different. There are no E-tanks, and the non-linear robot master, while you can select the order in which you attack the robot master stages, it's a pretty uninteresting choice, and basically boils down to, am I willing to revisit Electman? And if not, how am I going to bypass? Bypal? That is not anything. To bypass. I'm getting to that, Rad. I'm getting to that, I promise. To bypass the second visit. Spikes, iframes don't save you from spikes in this one, which means spikes are functionally extremely similar to instant death pits, and this game is littered with them. Combine that with the lack of E-tanks and the rarity, I guess, of 1-up pickups, and this is much more a challenge platformer in the arcade/Castlevania tradition. It's much less fun to explore than 2. Hey there. How are you, ex Akurinha? Then 2 and especially 3 on. Two. This is almost irrelevant because historical. Hey there, Duke. How are you? Context is something is something you know rather than something you play. But compared to other platformers that came out in 1987, and earlier, Mega Man 1 is leaps and bounds ahead. There's really no overstating this. Hang on, I wanna look something up. Yeah, see, Convoy came out before Mega Man 1. No, you may not auto-correct me. There's really no overstating this. Compare it to Karnov, which came out around the same time and is before Convoy. That's good. And is in fact a beloved game in its own right. Mega Man 1 is an order of is substantially more polished. That's not even getting into the average platformer around those days. Like, I don't know, Transformers, Convoy no Nazo, or if you want a less cherry-picked example, Kanshaku Dama Nage Kantaro no Tokaido Goju Sansugi. I just wanted to see if I remembered the whole thing. This was AAA gaming when it came out, and it's kind of astonishing that it sold poorly enough that Capcom wasn't convinced a sequel, particularly in hindsight. Was worth their time. Yeah, it means the mystery of Optimus Prime. Look, let's not pit successful women against one another. The 53 Stations of the Tokaido is a great game. So is Mega Man 1. I'm not here to convince you that you're wrong if you don't like Mega Man 1. I understand. But you might enjoy it more if you think of it as less as a Mega Man game than if you don't compare it to the other Mega Man games. Compare this game to your other platforming options in 1987. Go in expecting a particularly obnoxious kind of challenge. Don't feel any pressure to avoid the select button glitch. I did, but that's me. And look up bots' weaknesses ahead of time. What? I don't get it. I think you will be best equipped to enjoy what is, in my opinion, one of the best action platformers out there. If you can manage that, but if you just don't like it, I understand where you're coming from. Since I know someone's going to ask, my favorite Mega Man game is a three-way tie between 1, 2, and 3. I don't really think of Mega Man X as the same series, but if I did, it would be a 4-way tie. There we go.